ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਦੇ ਮੇਅਰ ਜੌਨ ਟੋਈ ਅਤੇ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਅਫਸਰ ਆਫ ਹੈਲਥ ਡਾਕਟਰ ਇਲੀਨ ਡੀ ਵਿਲਾ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰੈਸ ਕਾਨਫਰੰਸ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੋਵਿਡ-19 ਪ੍ਰਤੀ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਪ੍ਰਦਾਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ। ਮੇਅਰ ਟੋਰੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਤੱਕ 1 ਮਿਲੀਅਨ ਬੂਸਟਰ ਡੋਜ਼ਾਂ ਟੋਰਾਂਟੋ ਸ਼ਹਿਰ ਦੇ ਵਾਸੀਆਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ ਅਤੇ ਇਸ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਸਿਟੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਵੈਕਸੀਨੇਸ਼ਨ ਮੁਹਿੰਮ ਨੂੰ ਹੋਰ ਤੇਜ਼ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਲਗਾਤਾਰ ਯਤਨ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਨ।
We are continuing to make progress helping people to get vaccinated, first dose, second dose, and third dose. We have now delivered more than 1 million third doses to eligible residents of the City of Toronto. And that booster effort is continuing non-stop in the face of the Omicron variant, along with our push to get kids vaccinated and to help education and childcare workers to get vaccinated so that the province and school boards can get back to in-person learning on January the 17th. Back to school is what we all want, and we are doing everything we can at the city to support that and to help make that happen. I visited the city-run Woodbine Mall vaccination clinic together with Dr. Davila and Councillor Cressy on Sunday, where we worked with the school boards to help hundreds of education workers get vaccinated with dedicated appointments. We also helped hundreds of education workers get vaccinated yesterday at the city-run clinic at the Scarborough Town Centre. And these dedicated clinics will continue next Sunday with 2,400 more dedicated appointments, along with school-based clinics happening across the city. Team Toronto has scheduled 27 school-based clinics over these 2 weeks to help kids and workers, education workers, to get vaccinated, and that in turn, of course, will help us to get the schools open safely. This is Team Toronto in action, working together to get doses to the people who need them. We know from our experience, however, during the first and second doses, that we have to work hard to make sure that vaccines are available to everyone, everywhere, across our city without exception. And that involves addressing some specific challenges of different kinds faced by some Toronto residents and some Toronto neighbourhoods. That is why we are working now, even while demand remains high everywhere for third doses, to make sure that we can do everything we can to ensure vaccine accessibility in all neighbourhoods. Getting vaccinated should not depend on your postal code or on your economic status. Today, I want to outline the work that Team Toronto is doing right now to rapidly increase third dose uptake in neighbourhoods that are under-vaccinated and have been disproportionately affected by COVID-19 throughout the pandemic. First, we are bringing hyper-local vaccine clinics directly to where people live, initially focusing almost 100 clinics at Toronto Community Housing buildings. 24 TCHC buildings were completed in Phase 1 before New Year's Day. 36 Toronto Community Housing buildings have clinics planned for Phase 2 in the first 3 weeks of January, and an additional 37 Toronto Community Housing buildings will have clinics in Phase 3 towards the end of January and into early February. Toronto Community Housing has a dedicated team doing building outreach in the days leading up to the clinics with door knocking and phone calls to alert residents of those buildings to the existence of these targeted clinics. The city is working with Toronto Community Housing for targeted VaxTO text and phone messages to be sent to all building residents leading up to the clinics to help increase the turnout. This is continuing work that Toronto Community Housing has been doing throughout the pandemic to ensure that their residents get vaccinated. Toronto Community Housing has supported 474 clinics to date. 440 of those clinics were on-site in buildings, and we have supported 34 clinics off-site, community-based clinics nearby Toronto Community Housing.